Hello everyone, welcome to the bustling scene of Australian farmers harvest billions of tons of mangoes on large farms. This is a wonderful moment when ripe mangoes are harvested. And not only the locals but also the global market is eagerly waiting for these Australian mangoes. With cutting-edge farming techniques, Australian mangoes have reached far and wide and become one of the most sought-after products in the world. In particular in the town of Bowen, known as the mango capital of Australia, not only do they produce tens of thousands of tons of mangoes each year, but they are also proud to erect a giant mango monument as a symbol of honoring the world-famous mangoes and their lush orchards. With 1.7 million mango trees spread over an area of about 11,300 hectares, Australia's vast mango fields are gradually becoming the world's leading source of mangoes. Mangoes are grown in soil with an ideal pH of 5.5 to 7.0, and before planting, the soil is carefully prepared, from clearing weeds and debris to plowing the soil to create a perfect loose structure. Modern hole diggers are used to dig planting holes 60 cm deep, after which farmers will apply 20-30 kion of fertilizer to each hole, water thoroughly, and then proceed to plant the seedlings. Mango trees are planted 7 meters apart, and the distance between rows is 8 meters, with a density of about 180 trees per hectare. Planting, farmers will carefully stake and tie the young mango trees to protect them from strong winds, ensuring that the trees can grow strong and not be damaged. One of the biggest challenges farmers face is anthracnose, a common disease that can affect the leaves, flowers, and fruits of mangoes. To prevent and deal with pests, Australian farmers not only rely on experience, but also use security cameras to continuously monitor their crops, and as soon as they detect signs of pests, they will spray pesticides with modern machines with a capacity of up to 5 hectares per hour. After about 8 to 12 months, when the mango trees reach a height of 1 to 1.2 meters, farmers will proceed to top and prune to shape the tree canopy. This not only helps control the height of the tree, but also ensures that the tree focuses its nutrients on the development of branches, leaves, and fruits, bringing a bumper crop. When the tree begins to flower and prepare for the harvest season, this is the time when meticulous and precise care becomes extremely necessary. To ensure that the tree receives enough nutrients, farmers will fertilize, providing additional strength to the tree during the flowering and fruiting stages. About 80 to 85 days after fruit set, the mangoes begin to ripen and give off a sweet aroma. This is also the time when the harvesters begin their work. The mango harvest season in Australia lasts from late October to early April. During this period, famous growing regions such as Queensland and the Northern Territory become brilliant with the golden color of ripe mangoes. In particular, from December to March, when the mangoes reach optimal ripeness, the highest quality of the mangoes is guaranteed. Australian farmers harvest billions of tons of mangoes on these farms, which is still mainly done by hand. A traditional but very effective method of selecting the highest quality mangoes. To ensure this work is done perfectly, the farms hire seasonal workers with professional harvesting teams of 5 people, fully equipped with protective gear and specialized shears. Given the high value of Australian mangoes, harvesting requires skilled and careful workers, and they are paid up to $35 an hour, a fair wage for their efforts. As Australian farmers harvest billions of tons of mangoes, trucks are placed between rows of trees for easy transport. After picking, each mango is gently placed onto a specially designed truck with shock absorbers and water jets to protect it from damage. The trucks also have conveyor belts, so that once the mangoes have been washed of sap, they are transferred straight into plastic bins. When the bins are full, they are transported to a collection point for storage and preparation for the next step. With mango trees growing 3 to 5 meters high, harvesting fruit from high places can sometimes be a challenge. Australian farmers who harvest billions of tons of mangoes skillfully use long poles with baskets or bags to pick mangoes at great heights. And in special cases, workers stand on cranes to reach and harvest ripe mangoes at heights that are normally unreachable. We are witnessing the development of technology in agriculture in Australia, with some farms starting to use mango harvesters. These modern machines are capable of replacing many workers and harvesting fruit at greater heights, opening up a new direction for the mango industry. However, the use of machines is still not really popular because after harvesting, workers will have to sort the fruit more carefully to ensure quality. After Australian farmers harvest billions of tons of mangoes, this attractive fruit is transported to the factory. Workers carefully sort the mangoes, which are then placed on a conveyor belt and passed through high-pressure jets to remove any impurities, ensuring the purity and safety of the product. But that's just the beginning. To ensure the best quality, the mangoes are then soaked in a water tank for 3 to 5 minutes. An important step that helps kill bacteria, stabilize the color, and bring out the natural flavor. Next, workers skillfully cut off the stems, a manual task that requires precision to avoid making the juice taste bitter. Modern technology continues to play an important role when the mangoes are fed into an integrated mango grinder, where the skin, seeds, and flesh are processed separately. We can see the sophistication of the machinery as the flesh is crushed, while the skin and seeds are perfectly separated. This grinder can process up to 20 tons of mangoes in just 1 hour, an impressive figure. Once pressed, the mango juice undergoes a homogenization process 2 to 3 times, where the large seeds are crushed to give the final product a smooth texture. Next, the juice is fed into a pasteurizer, where the temperature is regulated between 62 degrees C and 85 degrees C, ensuring safety while still retaining the fresh flavor. When the temperature drops to 40 degrees C, the juice is transferred to a filling machine to be bottled or bagged. Finally, skilled workers label and bring the product to market, bringing us delicious glasses of mango juice, full of summer flavor. With around 4.6 million liters of mango juice produced in Australia each year, This is truly an indispensable product for those who love the natural fruit flavor.